So, are we all back?
Yeah, we're all back,
Yeah.
and we're starting. Welcome back after the break. They told me to surprise them, so we are doing that. So you all
No,
arrive.
Starfire said surprise.
Too late now. It
Man, you're
happened.
on.
All right, so this is the island you sail to.
Oh,
Look how nice it is.
so if it's going to be a voyage, I will take the opportunity to regale everyone, especially the frogs, with one of my originals. Perhaps the late deafened Duchess of Cheddar and her little dog too.
Okay, I want to hear.
Mm.
I want to hear 2 lines from that song.
The late deafened Duchess of Cheddar, she sailed across the ocean with her little dog too.
Excellent. You may take inspiration for such a thing.
Oh, thanks.
Inspiration basically is you can only have one of them at a time, and you can spend it for advantage. It is awarded for a role player. All right, cool.
I should have chosen Porches of Dorchester. I have more lines of that.
Oh, you know what?
So-
Because you didn't, no advantage. Taking it back.
Oh, okay.
All right. So you all pull up on this island. There is a boat of this island sitting out front. You know, this is just sort of your view of it. There's more out there. It's a quaint little house. You know, a bunch of houses, smoke coming out of the chimneys. Normal stuff. The frog sort of parks just outside of it, and they start prepping the rowboat for you all to go ashore.
I asked to the frog folk, what do you know about this place?
He looks at you square in the eye and says, "You told me to surprise you."
Well, fine, thanks.
He shrugs.
I say to Squawk Jr., do a flyby. Let me know if you see anything interesting.
All right. He flies up. He's gone for a few minutes. Comes back. Shrugs.
All right. He says it's cool, so we're good.
But by the way, on the voyage, Coil on numerous occasions talks to Squawk Jr. as though it is Squawk and vice versa. So Coil can't tell them apart.
Death. There shall be death and destruction and feathers everywhere.
I love it.
Mhm.
I imagine like Coil having this like really long in-depth discussion. Like, I'll stand here, you come up and backstab them, and the camera pans out, and it's just like this is the bird.
Little bird.
Because every time Starfire says squawk now, I'm prepared to because he gets it out and he's keying in, and I'm like keying in on Squawk Junior. Son of a.
All right.
I think we should let's just go up. Let's just introduce ourselves.
Oh,
Affirmative.
bad idea this is going to be.
All right. So, what sort of musical accompaniment are we looking at? So, marching up, like a march? Are we looking for a martial theme, or just something friendly?
Something friendly, something jaunty.
Excellent. So,
a
all the
funeral
wenches of
dirge.
Wensleydale. Oh, okay. That's entirely different.
Not feeling particularly optimistic. I am.
Well, I mean, why don't you skulk around if you want?
Mhm.
And we don't necessarily need everybody on full display in regalia here.
And of
That
course,
is
my
a-
skulk.
That is a wonderful idea.
All right.
I wish I'd have thought of it.
Actually, let me go ahead and put your characters on it.
Is this fully zoomed out? Oh no, it is not. Okay. There we go. That's better.
It's like a nice little town.
All right. Here are your
Aha.
characters. If you're up here in the sky
Oh.
ocean,
Oh,
you will be on the boat.
enter into the town through this area? I mean, it seems like unless we're going to traipse through the woods or scale the cliffs, this seems like the...
Well, you mentioned having Squawks look about.
Squawk Jr.? Yeah.
Can you
No,
talk to a
Yeah,
Squawk
I
familiar?
Jr.
feel-
already did.
Wow.
Yeah, you can telepathically communicate with the familiar.
Oh, the familiar's like just stuff. There's just stuff
The
there.
stuff? What kind of people? Like what race of people?
He's like, ain't no people there, just
I don't know
stuff.
people. Just stuff. Wow.
So, is there smoke rising though from
Yeah,
the chimneys?
There is.
So I just want to double check on the communication. So I know I can like take over.
Yeah.
While your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically.
Yeah, he just
And
ain't no
as an
stuff.
action,
Just or ain't no people, just stuff.
Well, I still think we should go through. Is there a dock somewhere? Maybe
No,
where
you
this
have to just like park the boat and row on to shore.
path go? Does it go to a beach?
Mhm.
Because there's very clearly a front door. I guess
Yeah.
is the point I'm getting
Yeah.
at.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, Starfire's opinion is, ain't no people. That's just what's the point? Let's just go through the front door.
But didn't Squawk want to kind of walk softly around?
Yeah, you
I
want to
still
hide?
think that's a good idea. Is there another place that seems appropriate to kind of
Yeah, I
get
mean,
around this wall?
you could easily kind of sneak. Oh, yeah. You could easily sneak like
hey,
around
whoa.
this way, or
Okay.
like you could come if you want to be super safe. You could like go all the way around here, scale this cliff, and then go up through the village that way. Both are good options.
I think I'll opt for the slightly more direct route.
Okay.
The slightly faster route.
All right, give me a stealth roll and put you over here.
Stealth roll. Do. Why will it not click on me?
Getting off the boat. Starfire does mage armor, and all that fun stuff. I don't usually say it.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, Proteus actually puts his armor on.
Okay. Smart.
Thanks.
It's those decades of experience that get you to put the armor
Yes.
on. Before
Yeah. Days of experience.
All right, you're pretty well hidden there, Squawk. What's everyone else doing?
I mean, I guess I feel like I kind of want to come up here and I see the tents, and I want to investigate to see why there's tents outside of the palisade.
Okay. Also, Scott, you can control your little dude, like you have full control.
Yeah. Wow.
You can just click and drag.
I had
him.
no idea. Okay.
Um,
So the easiest thing for me to do is stay by the gigantic, terrifying construct,
Yeah.
coil.
Yep, the robot. Yeah. Give me a search check there or investigation check, Starfire. All right. In one of the tents, you don't find any sleeping rolls or anything like that, but you do find like a what looks to be a small like pamphlet. It's like like one of those like 3-fold pieces of paper. It's got writing on it. The writing is weird. It's like in different languages, but like there's no real breaks. Like you can like there's common, and then there's like dwarvish, but it's like not even each word is in each language. It's like it's like all mixed up letters. So it's there's no way you could read it because it's like in just like 100 languages or something like that.
So it's like characters from different languages.
Does it seem like maybe a code or illusionary script?
It's not arcane as an illusion or whatever, but it's definitely weird. Like I don't know. Make a history check. We'll see if you understand. It doesn't seem like a
Rosetta
cipher.
Stone.
It doesn't seem like a cipher of any kind.
All right. Show it to the rest of the party and they're like, So there's no bedrolls. There's no people. I found this, which is weird as hell. Are there like campfires or like where? I'm trying to get a sense of how long maybe this has been abandoned.
There aren't any campfires here, nor are there any fire pits. But there is smoke coming out of the houses.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I can see that.
Yeah, the chimneys. Yeah.
Huh.
What about on the document? Are there characters or words from languages I know?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does it look like there is like the same word in different languages?
No. It's
No,
not.
okay.
It's not.
All right.
It's not a cipher or a Rosetta Stone or anything like that.
Translation
It's
tool, yeah.
just
It's a
weird.
madman's ravings.
Yeah, that's like what the easiest way to communicate it would be. Yeah.
A mad linguist's raving.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So I say to Proteus, maybe we should tune it down. Just do like a lullaby or something.
Oh. All right.
All right, and with that, we'll cut over to what Squawk's doing.
Um,
Oh, you cut out. Sorry, try that again.
Making sure my microphone's actually on. How about now?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Okay. Check around, skulk around in this area over here, this giant wood pile.
Mhm.
Is there any kind of movement? See any people? Evidence of anybody hiding and trying to peek at us?
Give me a perception check for me to see if you notice any people hiding. Yeah, you don't notice any people. You don't see any movement, or you don't hear any like breathing. You know.
Okay.
This map to like the normal scale, I guess, that we're working with the grid. and everything?
Not really. If there's no grid, there's no real scale.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I mean, a town like this seems like it would be bigger than 100 feet. So, okay.
Does it look like actual people were here?
It definitely seems that way. Yeah.
Move up to investigate one of the buildings, I guess.
The buildings don't have any windows on them, really. There are doors.
But that looks like a window.
Yeah, I mean, some of the buildings have like holes in the walls. Right.
That was mostly a joke.
Is there any way to try to like peek into the buildings to see what's inside?
Not these close ones. Not these close ones. If you want to go to the far ones, you can.
Okay. A different idea. I want to climb up to the top of this building. You said the chimneys are all smoking, right?
Yep.
I want to climb up to the top of one of these chimneys, and I want to take one of my pack sacks and transfer all the stuff out of it, and I put the pack over the top of the chimney and block the smoke.
Okay. Give me an athletics check to get up there. All right. Yep. You get up there. I like to imagine like you're climbing up there. You're like taking all the stuff out of your sack, and you're like putting the sack onto the roof. And as you're doing that, the camera is just sort of panning back out, and you see the other people sort of having that talk about the paper while you're sort of doing all that, like mugging in the background. And so now we'll cut back over to these guys. With like just the tiny Squawk just like doing weird stuff on the roof.
I don't know. I think we should go in. something's up here, but I mean, we got some random drawings, and God only knows what Squawk's up to. I guess we can't leave him hanging.
Have you seen any tracks around or any discarded items of clothing to sort of indicate, what sort of like bodies we're looking at here? And the tents themselves, I mean, is it the sort of tent that we see in Gathol or?
You could
Different?
make a perception check if you'd like to search for footprints or something.
Oh, well, okay. I was trying to ask Starfire.
Oh, okay.
I figured that Starfire is probably better at it than I am.
I mean, I
but-
can roll perception if you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
go
Well, I
ahead.
mean, I'll walk over and look as well, but
All right, yeah,
I'm
so
sort of
both-
deferring to the veteran.
Both of you roll perception. We're gonna take the higher.
All right.
Since you're
all right.
assisting, basically, it's like advantage. All right, cool. So you scour the tents, and between the two of you, you're like, there are no footprints, none. Which I think the absence of that would tell you a lot.
Floating eyeball town.
Nobody made these.
Coil says floating
Yeah.
eyeball town, and the frogs are just laughing on the boat so hard.
There's we don't actually know that there's no windows, right? Only Squawk knows that.
Only Squawk knows that.
Okay.
So I turned to Coil. What do you know about floating eyeballs?
Say only stories from other soldiers during the First War.
Such as?
Oh, they are evil, brutal,
Oh. Mm.
and capable of turning others to stone.
I turned to Proteus and say he thinks everyone's evil.
Oh. Nonetheless, I'm actually trying to put this to music right now. Floating eyeballs of death.
Starfire's thinking we should keep going. I mean, she's not going to go past this gate without anybody coming with her. So
Yeah, the gate's open. There's no guards or anything. There's nothing
Yeah.
impeding your movement.
oh yeah, I know. I'm just not leaving the rest of these hombres down here without.
Hmm.
Should we wait for Squawk?
It seems like an excellent idea to me. He's walking softly now, you realize. I don't like to use skulk. It seems so negative.
He
I'm
has
good with skulking.
returned, and I point to Squawk Jr. on Starfire.
I hate Coil so much.
All
right
right.
now.
Josh, you get inspiration for that one. That was good. All right, we'll cut back over to Squawk. What you do that? You see them all just sort of standing around, looking at each other questioningly out there. You feel like without you, they have no idea what to do.
It's all up to Squawk now. Squawk will find the answers. Yes, he will. So is the stuffing the pack over the chimney having any impact like I think it might?
I mean, it doesn't seem so. Like, no one's running out of the house, like, screaming about their house being on fire or anything like that.
Okay. All right. I think I've exhausted all of the courage that Squawk is going to exhibit by himself at this particular point.
Okay.
If there was something in there alive, it should not want to be in there right now. So,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna attempt to again make my way back to the group stealthily.
All right. Josh, within a moment, there are two Squawks in front of you.
Well, when he returns, I'm in the middle of asking Squawk Jr. what he discovered from his his stealth mission. And then I glance at the real Squawk and I look confused. And I say, I do not understand this wizardry.
What did you find, Squawk Senior?
Squawk didn't see anything. There are no real windows or anything in the buildings, and it didn't look like anything wanted to come out of the buildings when I tried to smoke them up. I don't know. I'm coming back to the group. I don't want to go any further into the town without help.
And this might be a cultural thing, but what does "smoke 'em up" mean in this instance?
Well, Squawk didn't drop any medicinal herbs down the chimney before he put the obstruction over the top of the chimney. So maybe not perhaps what you were thinking.
What is that structure? And I point to the big tower.
Looks like just like a big sort of outlook tower. Yeah, it's
a big what tower?
Sort of outlook tower. You think that there's like that circle on the top. You could put like a lamp out there for maybe it could be used as a lighthouse, like in certain circumstances. But you didn't go inside of it, so you don't know exactly what it is.
So, I guess y'all. I see a couple options here. We can go in and investigate. We can get back on the boat and leave, or we can sit here and try and figure out which of those first two we're going to do.
Oh, well, I guess I
Nice.
assume that we're going to investigate, but we're just trying to be forewarned and forearmed, I guess, right?
All right, so you move in. You see the rest of this island. Nice houses. What seems like a little cave down here, a little mining shaft. Some more tents, all that stuff.
Proteus, you might want to, unless your character's still hanging back there, you might want to.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Oh, my cue. All right. I'm going to check out there's a gate here, right? An open gate.
Yep.
All right. Is it normal, like kind of human size with some sort of a latching mechanism or whatever that normal human-sized people would?
It's normal human size, but there's no latching mechanism. There's no door. It's just like an open hole.
Oh, okay. So there's no actual gate. There aren't any doors that close.
Yeah. It's just like a structure.
Okay. No, okay.
I check out these tents here as well to see if there's anything unique about them compared to the other ones we saw.
These tents don't have any papers in them. They're just empty tents.
Well, there was just one of those pamphlets, right? There wasn't like...
There's just one.
Okay. I'll just walk around and start investigating.
Okay. All right. So, Coil, you kind of look around. Nothing really seems out of the ordinary here. I'll say that you notice that this building actually just has straight up no doors. There's no way in or out of it.
What are the roofs are? Is it like a thatched roof
thatched roofs. Yeah.
This house right here. This is a door, I assume.
I think the door is on the front side of that one. This is like just the side of the house.
Starfire opens the door.
All right, you open the door. Not locked. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Sure.
Cool. You notice that this is a sort of nice, well set up house. Table, chairs. It's if you sort of look in the cabinets, there's like dishware and knives and forks and things like that. The thing that you notice about this that's off to you is that at the table there are 4 chairs, and they all look very similar to each other. They're this sort of basic wooden chairs. However, one of the chairs is like 2 degrees more brown than the other 3 chairs. Like it's just slightly off. But like that strikes you as very weird because it's like it's noticeable enough that you can perceive it, but it's not like super ridiculous. You know what I mean?
It was made separately or something.
Yeah, you don't know, but it's definitely different than the other 3.
Is the table set for anything or just like an empty, clean
Just
table?
an empty, clean table. Yep.
I guess I go over to the. I don't think in character I would even be like, yeah, it's a weird chair, whatever. So yeah, I don't know. That's
Alright.
cool.
All right, we'll go to Proteus. What do you do? Well, like you see kind of people just sort of break up and start searching around. What do you do?
Actually, I hasten behind Starfire and mention that I saw her in a dream, and her instructions to me really impressed themselves in my memory, and perhaps she'd like to listen to my new arrangement for my latest song.
All right, roll for flirting. I guess. I think that's a. I think Starfire, you need to make a charisma save. I think that's what it is.
Oh.
Threat level musician.
Yeah, Starfire is like, well, that's nice to hear, I guess, but you know, I think we got more pressing things than music at the moment. If you're gonna,
Are you sure?
All right, cool. Coil, what are you doing?
Very well.
Coil, are you taking notes on them? Like, this is weird.
Yeah, I show up with a platter, a bucket of ice, and champagne on it, and Proteus in the background is like, and then I just kind of casually turn and walk out.
Nice. All right, what would you actually like to do, Coil?
I'm just gonna start going into the buildings, and I'm investigating. I'm searching the whole town. Yeah.
Make another investigation check for me.
Maybe I'll look down into the mine. It looks like Squawk's on his way there.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You're searching around. I mean, there are no people here, and it's just stuff. Like it's just stuff, like clothes and things, and it's very infuriating to you.
Still trying to find the door.
Yeah, you're just going around that building. There's gonna be a door here eventually. All right, Squawk, are you going down in that tunnel?
Yeah.
All right, the tunnel goes down for a while. Not a ton. Like you take it's like 20 feet. And then the tunnel kind of starts spiraling down, but you see a sign that says out of bounds. Like in common, it says out of bounds.
What's beyond it?
Just more tunnel that's just spiraling down.
I'm gonna come back. I'm baffled. I don't even know. I mean, I know kind of sort of how what I want to do, but I don't want to do it. That would be against what I wanted to do. I'm gonna go back and tell everyone what I found.
Okay, so Squawk comes out. You guys kind of all like spread out, don't really find much, and then kind of converge on Squawk and tell them what you saw, Squawk.
So the tunnel goes down, and then it starts to go down and around, and then there's a sign that says "out of bounds." I don't know. I don't know what this means. I'm not going any further. Squawk came back to get help.
Well, I mean, at least
so far.
At least it didn't say tunnel unsafe.
True.
It just said out of bounds. So...
It said something colossally weirder.
Yeah.
Yes.
It might as well
out
have
of bounds
said
just means
stop.
that unless you're authorized, you're not allowed to go down there.
sometimes a very tricky person will tell you that there is a trap there, thinking that you won't think that they actually tell you that there's a trap there, and there being a trap there. I'm not going to test what I mean, I know what out of bounds means, but I'm not going to test the theory that they're double thinking me. Squawk not that smart.
this when I came up with the idea of that sign, this is everything that I imagined it could be.
Starfire goes over to the tower and uses Squawk Jr. to like see through Squawk Jr. to fly up to the top.
This is killing me.
Just see if there's like a door or anything up to. I mean, I imagine there's doors or a ladder or something up here too.
Yeah, there's like a you fly up and there's like a little ladder that people can kind of walk up there.
Could the Raven fly in from the top?
Yep, it could. Yep.
So yeah, he flies in, tries to scope it out.
All right. Give me a perception check with the Raven.
I believe. I could be mistaken.
Isn't it just perception with advantage?
I don't know.
Or a perception with a bonus to his roll?
It's +3.
Oh wow! Shit.
You can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears, gaining the benefits of any special senses the familiar has. Okay, yeah, so I do gain its perception. So I guess I'll just roll.
And just as an FYI, your Raven does have like smaller mimicry, so it could do like small impressions of what Big Squawk or Squawk Senior could do. But not to the extent.
Come into your house, Jason. I swear to God.
Like how much? That is kind of a question. Is like, could he say help?
Yeah,
for example,
he
if I
could
wanted
say
to send like a one-word message.
Simple one-word things that he's heard before. He could say, but not like anything crazy.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. He
Yeah.
doesn't see much.
Yeah. So this place just looks like barren. Like it's like there's no dressing, there's no nothing. It's just sort of like a wooden thing. There's a door. It's like weirdly nothing's in here.
All right.
There's still the place with no door, right?
Yep. This building has no door.
Could we search for like secret doors, concealed doors, and?
Yeah, you could search for a concealed door. Also, like, I mean, it's just simple wood. Like, if you really wanted to, you could just smash through it. Like, and like,
I mean, that was going to be my next question. Is like kicking and tapping on the buildings. Are they solid, real wood buildings, or do they feel like props?
Oh man,
this one does feel solid. Like it feels like a solid building. However, the other ones are hollow, like normal buildings. If you're like
solid, like it's wood all the way through.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Like it's a block of wood.
It's a block of wood. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's been carved into the shape of a building.
I mean, maybe.
And a fire inside.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. I'll just start sort of casually strolling through the buildings, and again, I'm kind of interested in this idea of trying to pin down like what sort of a being lives on the island. So I think that you said that somebody had encountered clothing previously.
Yep, there's clothing.
What does the clothing look like? Like, what kind of a clue?
It looks like it would fit a medium-sized human. Like it's sort of like very generic. Like you're unsure if it's like a man or a woman's clothes or anything like that. Like it's just sort of like imagine the most like this is made for human clothes.
Oh.
Okay. No holes for a tail or wings or strange, drippings. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. And beds, chairs.
There are beds. Give me an investigation check.
Oh Lord. You see, mainly I talk to people.
Ah.
Yes.
The detecting of things with the eyes is not one of your special tricks?
No, not especially. No. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh, this time though.
Yeah. So you you find this bed, right? And you sort of like realize that it's like made, it's like a made bed, and there's something about it that's like you're like you sort of like put your hands on it, and maybe you even like give it a lay test, you know, and you're like,
absolutely give it a lay test.
yeah, and you're like, man, this is a really soft, nice bed, as though no one had ever slept in it before, and like you think that, man, this would be a really good place to take a nap, but for some reason you like the sort of wind sort of gusts through the room, and it's like too cold. It's like you're like, this bed is the best bed you've ever stayed in, but it's too cold here to take a nap. So something happens, and you just basically decide that sleeping in this bed right now would be a terrible idea.
Okay. Does that strike me as supernaturally strange, or just happenstance?
It's definitely somewhere in the middle. Like, you don't know where
Okay.
it is. Like, if supernatural is here and normal is here, it's, you know.
Okay.
Too close to call.
Yeah, I'll come back and report that. That there is some sort of a strange, occasional, almost communication that I seem to be receiving from what might be my patron, if that's how this sort of thing works. I don't actually know. But this is what happened. And it seems like the bed has never actually been slept in, and there might actually be some sort of like glamour attached to it.
That's a lot more interesting than the chair that's more brown.
Oh,
Most I've found so far.
Oh, did you try sitting in it?
I don't know. It was a chair.
Mm-hmm. All right. You want to check out the bed? I'll go check out the chair. I'll sit in the chair.
Sure.
Yeah. Can you like detect magic? Like, I wonder if there's some sort of magic thing on the bed.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, sure. Why not? What the hell? Let's go back to where the chair is. The chair seems less threatening than a bed.
Okay.
Okay.
Certainly smaller.
Yeah.
You could fight it off easily.
All right.
Yeah. So I do a ritual of detect magic. See if there's any creepy crawlies or whatever about.
How crazy would it be if it's an island of mimics?
No, I hate you. I was thinking it, but I was like, that's a really big mimic, that building.
Starfire, we lost you. Can you reconnect, please?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Cool.
I don't know what just happened.
All right. So you sort of like cast detect magic at this chair, and you sort of like, you get like an outline of the chair, as though it had resisted your detect magic, but everything behind it is also magical. So so it's like definitely magical because it's like resisted the detect magic.
I mean, I guess the ambient. So I guess the ambient background. Did I get a school of magic off of that at least?
It's illusion. Yeah.
Oh, it is illusion. Oh.
Oh.
These. I should have known, guys. These are illusions.
Oh, well, God, I wonder what I just laid down on.
That's a good question.
Don't let your imagination wander too far.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was in training to be a bard, so laying down strange things.
Do we want to set fire?
Is fire always the answer, though?
Ever not the answer. So what am I gonna do? Illusion this illusion? Trick it into thinking it's real?
It's up to you.
Ooh.
Yeah, can we disbelieve? Can I try that? Is that an action?
It's not like it is an illusion. It's producing an illusion. So it's like it's like there is a chair there, but it's like producing something, so you think it's something other than it is.
So I
So-
can't disbelieve.
No, you can't disbelieve it. No.
Okay. Okay.
Is it the focal point of the illusion?
But what about the buildings themselves? Because I mean, not in all illusion spells, but often once you've identified it as an illusion, it becomes translucent and you can
Yeah, as you sort of like
see it through it.
look around, it seems like some of the objects are this way and some of them aren't. Like it's like a mishmash of it.
Oh, wild.
Hmm.
So some of the items are like producing the other, like manufacturing
there's like
the
Oh.
other items like as illusions or something.
They're like, yeah, they're like it's producing itself like an image of something that isn't there.
Can I do an Arcana check to see if there's anything
Yeah,
that's
go
I've
ahead.
heard of that would do something like this?
Mhm.
Because this is not ringing a true bell for me. Sorry, whatever happened in Roll20 shut down all my windows.
Tabs are life.
Well, you can have them pop out, which is great. I just realized that. So it's its own window, but Yeah.
You think it might be a mimic because you've seen one before.
yeah, I have seen one. Yeah.
Up close.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I did the last one? I set it on
Burned
fire.
Hang on a quick second before you burn this town down around us. I would say again, but this would be a first time here. Didn't you find a pamphlet
Mm-hmm.
with some strange, with a
This
weird,
You're right.
with this weird combination? What happens if we open it up in this room?
I don't know, but I pull it out of my pocket and I throw it on the ground like it's a giant bug, and I don't want it.
Yeah, it just flies to the ground like a normal piece of paper.
Open up the pamphlet and see if any of the letters move around or disappear or reappear or there's
Nah, it's
anything
nothing like
different
that.
about the.
It's a stagnant thing.
Okay.
I'll disbelieve the pamphlet.
It's not like that. It's not an illusion like that. It's just
What is the? So I'll look at it and see if there's any words in Celestial.
there are some letters in Celestial. Yeah.
Letters. Just
Letters.
letters.
Yeah, it's a mishmash of letters. Like
Wow.
it's not even a word like full words. It's all letters.
Okay.
Well, if you put all the celestial letters together, though, sort of like a puzzle.
It's not a cipher.
No.
that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I can't
No.
make heads or tails of it. Okay.
Yeah, I still think somebody's driven mad, maybe, but I don't know. I don't trust this thing.
I'll place it on the ground where Starfire is.
I like that you just like put it down.
Well, I mean, if nobody else wants it, I can always pick it up and maybe use it in a song.
All right, you pick it up, put it in your pocket.
Yeah. All right. Mimic
we got-
letter.
On Illusion Island, we know there is at least a mimic, maybe more. I'm gonna say that bed's probably one too. And then we got a tunnel that goes downtown, underground, and that says "out of bounds."
Yeah.
So, out of bounds. I'm assuming mimics don't read. That's my first guess. I don't think that's for them. Somebody has made this town.
At this point, have we gone in all the houses, Jay?
Yeah, except for this one because this
Yeah,
is
right,
not a
right.
real house.
And there's a different piece of furniture in every house.
Yeah, different pieces of furniture. Sometimes it's just like a fork. Sometimes it's just all kinds of just random shit.
Maybe we could do this. So this one here, it still has the fire coming from it. Yeah.
Yep.
Squawk, maybe you can put out the fire again, or I could maybe even do it with prestidigitation. and put out the fire, and then we could send the raven down. And the raven's like, no.
Yeah, the smoke there is just the smoke is straight up just an illusion. Like if the raven went down in there, it's just a solid cube of house. Like it's a cube of house. Like
so he would go up there and see the chimney, and the chimney is
just closed. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you gotta try. So I'm guessing the only way through this house is from the bottom, if there is anything, or we could just burn it.
Or we could just burn
So
it.
does it seem like the houses are almost built or designed by someone that has no idea what a human house, like no actual idea what a human house would be or contain, but they have like a conception of it, and it's sort of based on their conception?
Yes, exactly that. Yeah.
So it almost as if Coil does.
Yeah, as if Coil designed this
Design the
house.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I carry it home here.
I mean, so I guess what do we want to do with this? Do we want to go out of bounds? Want to try and?
Well, I wasn't going to do it without help. I'm not opposed to doing it with it. But it also looks like, now that I look at the map, it looks like the tunnel goes directly under that building.
Deep, from what you said.
Yes.
That would seem the most logical thing to do since we are here already.
All right, so you guys are going out of bounds.
Or we leave.
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
mean, I
asking,
think that's the
that's
two
all.
options.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't be much of an
Unless we wanna-
exploration if we.
Unless we want, do we still want to poke around at one of these mimics, or just head down underground? My only fear is if when we come out, these things are still going to be here, and God only knows what we're going to provoke down there. I guess we could hang out. I guess we could hang out long enough and just get teleported home, and then leave the fish folk wondering what the hell happened to it.
The frogs.
Yeah, the frogs. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they do seem at least potentially malevolent because the one that I tried lying down in, like I was trying to be seduced into going to sleep here. I mean, presumably to some bad end. So it seems worth killing.
I mean, out of character, other than for the sake of exploration, we really have no reason to go down there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to
than,
you.
like,
I mean, I'm just
curiosity.
populating a world. You all just live
Mhm.
however you want in it.
We're just living in it.
Maybe there's
My vote is exploration
yeah, maybe
for
there's
what it's worth,
we're already
which
here.
is the least.
All right. So you all go down. You pass the out of bounds line, and you keep spiraling down. You actually end up this tower goes into the ground, like straight down through the ground, and you actually end up on like a like a little cave with like a second door, sort of down here at the bottom, and then as you approach it, the door opens a little bit, and then also an eye out of the stonework just, and then the structure speaks to you in common. He says, "Wait, you all aren't supposed to be down here."
Should have hung a sign.
I did. It says out of
Oh, yeah.
bounds.
Huh?
Oh, terribly sorry about that. We must have missed it. So, how are you?
How did it go? And you see like there's like it has like little arms inside of the mouth. There are these little like arms and things, and it's like there's like paper, and it seems to be writing stuff down as you're telling it stuff. Like how was it? How was it up there?
Me.
Not bad. Mostly convincing. Although a few things gave it away. Starfire.
Like what?
Well, I think our learned magician here could give you specifics. Starfire.
The eye, the huge eye just looks at you.
An illusionist here. I got a few notes.
I knew it.
Shop talk. There's going to be some shop talk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'll start a soft song in the background.
say very impressed with all of it at large. I mean, we walked in, we thought it was a whole town. It looked like a whole town. We were looking for people. We didn't see them. That was very impressive. But I say, and mixing illusionary elements with real elements, mwah, perfect. It's beautiful. Just a little bit off though. The chairs, the beds, very close. Next time, I think you're gonna nail it though.
He's like, which chair was it?
I don't know, the dark brown one.
I told Yevor to work on his coloration. You just hear like this like sigh like out of this like giant structure of a mimic.
And also footprints, if you can manage it.
It doesn't feel lived in.
I see. Interesting.
What are you doing here? What is this little hamlet that you've created?
Wait, aren't you the hired adventurers?
Yes.
By someone, yeah, sure.
All right. I need Starfire and Proteus to make a persuasion check, or a deception.
How about deception?
Deception. Sorry.
Deception.
Yeah.
Lying. We were hired.
All right.
Still getting there.
Ooh.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Between the two of you, like reacting super fast, he's like, "Oh, yeah. Of course you are. Yes. Well, you know, it's we're training mimics, and you're the test subjects. We you know, I'm sure maybe the notes didn't say enough.
Well, I'd say we found 2 mimics. How many were there on the course?
Like 100.
Oh, geez. Well, you did a much better job than I thought.
Excellent.
Absolutely. So we can mention the out of bounds sign as well. Try to make that something
well,
a little more typical.
I figured out of bounds was clear enough.
Outside of the game, I see.
Mm-hmm.
We have problems with authority, if you haven't noticed.
He's like, he just like he sort of like, as though it shakes his head. He's like, all adventurers do.
And someone did actually mention the house with no doors, right?
Yes.
That's a great point.
Excellent. Mm-hmm.
Is that a big one? Is that a big mimic? You can tell me.
Yeah, it's another big mimic. Yes.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I've never seen
really,
one that big.
Really needs a door, definitely.
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was taking a sick day or something. I don't know. Usually he puts in more effort.
There's an underachiever in every bunch. It's
So I
very
just
sad.
want to say this is incredible work that you've done. Excuse me. This is incredible work that you've done, but I think we've performed a service here today, and you know how these things go.
He nods, and like 200 gold just spills out of its mouth.
Very generous. Thank you.
Yeah. Let's seal the deal with a song.
So here, you're all making mimics? Is that's what you said? Is that correct?
We're training mimics, yes, to be mimics and then go out in the world and.
I'd be interested in meeting with the illusionist that you have on site here. That's created the course for us today.
This is some of us older mimics can make illusions.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool. Very happy we could have been of service today.
Can I just say that this is the second most interesting experience to happen to me in the last 2 months?
Well, I guess we'll have to work even harder. I'm sorry if all y'all are hearing some rain. It's just coming down over here.
Oh.
I don't know if the audio. This is also
get
for
that
the
storm?
recording. Yeah, it's happening
hear
right
it.
now. So, all right.
I'm not
Anyway.
far from you, so I'll probably get it soon. Yeah.
Back to Mimic Island.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I start scooping up the gold.
Yep.
You let us know if you need anything else.
Yeah,
We're
you
always
scoop
of
all that
service.
gold up. You're only slightly grossed out at the fact that this was inside of the body of a mimic, but
So 50 gold apiece.
Like it.
All right.
Uh,
Should
been a
we
pleasure.
write that down? Is that how that works?
yeah, you write it down on your character sheet. It's there's like a little gold icon at the bottom middle of your character sheet.
Yeah.
Under the equipment.
All right. Got it. Well, delightful.
Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
we'll catch you around.
All right. Yeah. He's like, thank you. And then as you walk up, you know, all the mimics are kind of like, thanks. You know, they're just like, oh, yeah.
I imagine that it's like Beauty and the Beast, and there's just a table clapping hands.
Yeah, it's very much
Yeah,
like
the
that.
fork.
It's very like weird as you guys sort of leave.
The out of bounds sign, was it hanging or attached?
It was like just like in the ground.
Like tapped on it?
Yeah.
On the way out, I want to pull out a piece of writing charcoal and flip the sign around and say "Open for business" on the sign.
I'll pull out the letter. Is the letter actually a mimic?
Oh yeah, it definitely is. He's like,
All right.
damn it! I thought I was gonna get away from it. Damn it! Like he's like really mad about it.
So good.
He storms off. It's like, and like the other people, the other mimics like console it. Like they're like, yeah, it was a good try. It was a good try.
It was really good. Yeah.
After we get on the boat and we're like waving goodbye, I say to Coil, I feel kind of bad about the one we killed the other day.
Not so much.
I say that was most unfortunate, but he was trying to eat me.
The frogs say, surprising enough for you, and then we're gonna go to break.
Okay.
Oh.